Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints are looking to bounce back after a tough home loss against Ryan's favorite team up in New England, and as they take on his favorite quarterback, Mac Jones, in a fun Week 5 matchup here. Both these teams are looking to bounce back after just tough losses, just really tough losses, just in general. Patriots had a pretty quick, painful loss to the Dallas Cowboys. We lost 38-3. Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was.
I didn't even watch the game because I was watching you watch the game, and I'm like, I don't think I need to watch any of this. I'll just throw it over to Ryan here. But
yeah,
then that being said, though, too, the Saints lost the Tampa Bay Bucks last week, divisional rival,
27-3, I believe.
26-9.
26-9.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wasn't surprised that the Bucks won because I knew there was some potential here, and also the Saints. Derek Carr was playing injured. I was just surprised with how they did it, and so that's where I wondered too if Derek Carr, if that's something to monitor, if his arm is still just going to be, he's going to try and fight through the pain, but that is going to affect his offense. Chris Olave only had 1 catch for 4 yards, and so I think Derek Carr only had, I don't know if he broke 200 yards. I'd have to go back and double check the stats honestly, but it just wasn't really that explosive at all. I wonder if maybe he should have sat. But coming into this game, watching his arm is going to be something to monitor throughout the week. What do you think the Saints and the Patriots have to do to come away victorious here?
Not a lot. I think both of these teams are not that good. And for me, I think the Saints, they need to come in, establish the run, win time of possession, and then defensively, take advantage of this offensive line. The Patriots have one of the worst run games in the NFL. And they're only, granted, to be fair, the Saints is actually worse in yards per game. So for me, I think just make minimal mistakes. New England's defense is going to be extremely injured. They're going to be out 2 or 3 of their top defensive players, if not more. And so I think the Saints come in, establish the run, don't make mistakes, and then the Patriots will kind of maybe force an issue and make a mistake and give the Saints a good opportunity to go ahead and win the game. The Patriots are extremely injured. I think morale is extremely low. I'm not going to go ahead and give away my pick, but I am going to go with the Saints in this matchup. I just think that the Saints, they have the better offensive weapons, have the better offensive line. Alvin Kamara will be back in his second game, and New England's defense, I think, will be extremely hurting with the loss of Matthew Judon and Christian Gonzalez. So,
what was the final verdict on both of their injuries?
So, Matthew Judon tore his bicep, and Christian Gonzalez dislocated his shoulder, and they're both expected to miss significant time.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, no, those are your 2 top defensive players.
Yeah.
And so I think that is definitely going to be tough to come back from. I still think that I still think that there's hope for this offense overall, and it is also true. It's still a Bill Belichick defense. I know you don't like it. This is something you haven't had the opportunity to experience this too much, being a Patriots fan and growing up in the Tom Brady era. But there is something to be said about a new offensive coordinator coming in, just the new offense, learning the system and understanding it. And so that was, for example, Kyle Shanahan was the OC for the Falcons for 2 years. So his first year that they were there, the Falcons' offense was horrible. They went 9-7. They barely made it. Next year, though, then it clicked. Look at Miami now this year. You could see some of the rumblings of how good this offense could be. And now that a lot of those players have been there within the system for like the whole year, for a whole year, they're firing out on all cylinders. So I think
so. Not to turn this into an argument about that specifically, but. So if you look at both those offenses, Julio Jones, Mohamed Sanu, Austin Hooper in his prime was at the Falcons. Julio Jones is the first ballot Hall of Fame wide receiver. Down in Miami right now, that's Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, 2 of the best receivers in the NFL currently. Patriots, their top receiver is Kendrick Bourne and Hunter Henry, who is a tight end.
I completely understand.
Yeah, I don't think it's a offensive play calling issue. I think it is a complete void and lack of talent in New England on the offensive side of the ball. But that's what happens when you spend your first round pick on a guard and then your second round pick on a 4th round wide receiver. Like that, not to be a angry Patriots fan about it, but it's like, that's just that's what happens. And so this offense, the chickens have come home to roost on this one. And this offense is the worst offense in the NFL currently. So
I don't know about that. I'll push back on that. Just because I think the Broncos and Bears have a pretty poor offense.
Statistically, also, this is the worst offense in the NFL. I know the eye test. At least those teams have put up more than 3 touchdowns in a game. So,
well, yeah, I think that was just one time though. Well, no, that's not true. They've done it twice. All right, now the Falcons have the worst passing offense.
Yeah, but I'm talking about as a whole. This offense is really bad.
No, I know. Yeah, I know.
So
it's I don't know. I'm going to disagree a little bit here. I think playing on the at home, I think it's going to help everything out. They're going to be going up against the Saints team with a banged up quarterback, and also this offense has struggled just in general, especially against average to above average defenses. And so I think your guys' defensive front's going to be able to get after Derek Carr and Alvin Kamara. And so I think that they're going to be able to figure out a way to come out victorious here. You're a Patriots fan, you know better than I, but also, too, once again, I think you got to find opportunities here where, since I'm down in our season, to maybe find these opportunities to pick a couple games up on you here. So I'm hoping your Patriots are able to pull through. I have a little bit more faith in them, knowing that it's just still early on in the season. So I also think, too, Derek Carr's arm
that could play a role in it.
It is going to play a deeper factor than initially expected.
Yeah. I am going to kind of keep my eye on it. I haven't really changed a pick yet this year. This might be one that I do change, kind of depending on what Derek Carr's status is coming into this game and kind of what we hear coming out of the Saints practice this week. So
definitely something to monitor. But Patriots, though, I mean, also too, you got to think as well. They went up against the Cowboys, who just got embarrassed by the Cardinals, so they might have been coming out for blood in this one.
Yeah, but it was the worst offensive performance I think I've ever seen.
Yeah,
and maybe I'm being slightly dramatic, but Mac Jones threw 2 interceptions and had a horrible fumble. One of the interceptions and the fumble were returned for a touchdown. So I'm unsure of what the Patriots are going to be able to put together offensively. I think that they're having some huge locker room and buying in issues currently. So whereas I think the Saints aren't having those issues right now. So it'll be interesting to see, but let's go ahead and wrap this video up here. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below on who you think is going to come out ahead in this matchup. Will it be the New Orleans Saints? Will it be the New England Patriots? And other than that, we will see you guys next time.